Ryan Salazar here with Broadcast Beat's Pre-IBC show coverage. Today we have Ed Calverley, Vice President of Products at Suitcase TV. How are you, Ed?
I'm good, thank you. Great to be with you all.
Thanks so much for being with us. So tell us about Suitcase TV.
So we're primarily a technology company. We started around the year 2000, primarily focused on creating new innovative solutions for broadcasters. And initially we focused on doing compliance recording, so replacing big banks of VHSs with all IP-based technology, which was very innovative at the time. Over the years, we've kind of got a bit more involved in file processing and storage management and become a MAM vendor. But unlike most MAM vendors, we've always got a bit down and dirty in the video and file domain. So we've got quite a lot of expertise at processing video and audio. And it's based on that expertise that we've, over the last few years, built up our new product, which we call iFrame, which is an IP-based framework for video production and all things for the future, really.
All right, so tell us about iFrame and what makes it so special.
So iFrame's a modular solution for live signal processing, multifunction video monitoring, and primarily switching, vision mixing. On the edges, we can work with SDI, ASI, or IP in SMPTE 2022 or TR03 flavors. What's clever is we use proxies of every source so that we can utilize lower bandwidth gigabit networking so that we can do all the control and monitoring workstations on lower cost hardware. And then we have high bandwidth networks for passing around the uncompressed signals. So to do the high res switching, mixing, or just if we need to output back to SDI or for a contribution link. The whole system, every element of the system is using PTP timestamps. So we know exactly when frames are being processed and captured. And we've created a clever technology we call time lock, which allows us to use proxies on the control workstations, but have the confidence that all of the high res actions will be done frame accurately on the uncompressed signals. So it basically allows us to do things like remote production, where we can leave all of the high-res signals at the event site and only bring all the proxies back. Just meaning that we just have to do a final mix down and use one contribution link, where previously you might need to use multiple contribution links for each camera. So quite a cost-effective way of doing remote production.
So I'm really curious how you're able to do frame-accurate switching if the remote operator is only looking at proxies.
So that's all thanks to time lock. So yeah, the operator is viewing proxies, and that's clearly going to be done at some point after the camera captured the image. That can't be avoided. That can't be avoided in any IP-based or remote solution. But thanks to time lock, we present all those sources synchronously as if they were live. We know exactly what frame the operator was looking at when they pressed the buttons, and we pass back all of that switching information back to the high-res mixer at the event site, where thanks to time lock, we can do the high-res switching on the exact frame, and we can make sure that the output mix is exactly what the vision operator intended the viewer to see. What's really neat, though, is that back at the control workstation, because we've got all those proxy sources, we generate a real-time simulated mix in the proxy domain, so the operator feels like they have an instant response to their switching decisions. So it's quite a reactive system.
Very cool. So I assume that you guys are going to be able to showcase iFrame at the 2016 IBC show? Absolutely.
We recently did a large trial with BBC Sport for the Euro 2016 in Paris, and primarily our IBC demonstration will be based around that, demonstrating kind of what we did there and how we did it. That was quite an interesting architecture in the sense that it was remote production, remote switching, like I've described. But we realized when you do that kind of model, you're going to need local sources local to the operator, so VTs or even local graphics. And therefore, for that architecture, we got a little bit more complicated and actually had a two-stage process with an upstream mixer in Paris mixing all of the local sources there into a single contribution feed, and then a downstream mixer in Salford that allowed us to add in all those extra sources. Cleverly, though, it was all controlled from the same single UI, and an operator was completely unaware that there was two mixers behind the scenes. And that's kind of what we'll be demoing at IBC.
Again, Hall 2 stands 10 and 15. Ed Calverley, Vice President of Products at Suitcase TV, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Ryan. See you there.